Hello, ladies. This is Anna Laura Brown of AutoimmuneRehab.com, a podcast that helps you out with all things autoimmune, and AnnaLauraBrown.com. And today I want to share with you my favorite things Hashimoto's edition. So these are going to all be things that I have found helpful for somebody who has Hashimoto's. So the first thing, as you can see here, is this cute little dog, and I'm hoping she's going to cooperate. This is Daisy. She's 2.5 years old as of the filming of this video, and she's a schnoodle, so she's miniature poodle and miniature schnauzer. She's really great as an emotional support, all kinds of things. Just really, really love having her around. She's in a little bit of a mood right now, though, so I'm hoping she behaves herself while I record the rest of the video. But if she doesn't, then, well, you'll know that that's just part of having a dog, huh? There you go. Okay. My next favorite thing, besides the dog, is something fairly new, and this is a roller, and hopefully you can kind of see that with the handle. And what you can do with that is it makes it really easy for you to rub. You can put like creams or lotions or oils on the hair and just rub. And you can also, it's long enough, the handle's long enough that you can reach your back, that kind of thing. So that's really, really helpful, especially if you deal with a lot of pain issues like I know that I do and a lot of people with Hashimoto's and autoimmune conditions have. It makes it really easy to apply those with a thing like that. Then the next thing I also have, and there are a lot of different kinds of devices like this. I have a couple different ones. So this is an infrared knee wrap, which was literally a lifesaver during the 2 months that I had really extreme knee pain before I had my surgery. And then, I couldn't use it right after, but then, after I was still starting my recovery. Fortunately, my pain levels have dropped that I hardly ever use it anymore, but still something that I like to have on hand. And like I said, there are back ones. There's like a full body one that I have as well that's really good. So, infrared pain wraps are always really good. And then along that same line, I also have, this is an Akin magnetic back wrap that it's designed primarily for the back, but I also like to put it like on the stomach, like when I have menstrual cramps. That kind of thing is really, really helpful. Then, of course, my essential oils. These are just a few of them, of course, and I'm not going to talk in detail about essential oils in this video. If you want to know a lot more about essential oils for autoimmunity, that kind of thing, then reach out and let me know. We can have a private one-on-one conversation. Then the next couple items are, and I just dropped something. Okay, so this is something that has really, really been helpful, because while I really like apps for meditation sometimes it's nice to be able to meditate and not have an app. And this is a device, it came from Amazon. I think it's about $100 or so. My sister got it for me as a present, so it's a little bit pricey, but it works really well as an alternative to an app. And what you can do is you can turn it on, and it has different time set numbers and different things. So for example, for this one, you can do male or female voices. If I just press it, let's see if you can hear that. But you get the idea. There's different...
Welcome to your 8-minute abdominal...
and so I really like to use this device for meditation, especially if you want an option that isn't an app that you don't need an electronic device for. And a lot of the apps also have paid membership fees, so this is really nice to have an option that doesn't require a paid membership fee. Okay. Put that down. Okay, and the next couple of things might seem something a little bit different that maybe you hadn't thought of, but I actually bought a Nintendo Switch last year, and while I do enjoy using it for things like Mario games and things, I actually bought it primarily to take advantage of the exercise games, and these are really good for getting a lot of exercise at home without having to leave to go to the gym. I personally still have a gym membership just because I find it really, really helpful to go swimming, and I don't have a swimming pool at my house, so... or at least not, year round. I have an outdoor pool in my condo for, 4 months of the year, but year round I don't have access to a pool, and I need it during the winter too. So I have a gym membership for that, but I like to do exercise at home. And I have the Just Dance. This is the one from a couple of years ago, but you know, any of them really will work. I'm not sure what kind of changes they make on a yearly basis. But anyhow, we have that one. And then I also have Zumba. And then the other one that I also have is I have the Ring Fit Adventure that comes with an actual ring, and it has different worlds and things that you can go through, and you jump and do squats and different exercises and interact directly with the game. So that's the other thing that's really good about Nintendo Switch, is that they have a lot of games where you can really do a lot of fitness and exercise, and it's actually really pretty fun. Then the other thing is, in addition to heat, sometimes you just got to have some cold relief. So this is a Pancakes cold pack. I got this on Amazon as well. One of my favorite things for when you want some cold, but you don't want, like it to cover a big area. So for example, I actually have cold packs I keep in the freezer that I got from right after my knee surgery that my orthopedic surgeon had sent from a rehabilitation place that are amazing, but sometimes, I need it in other areas, or I don't want to cover a really large area. So I have this Pancakes for a really small area, and that's one of my favorite things as well. Then the other category of things, of course, that is always really helpful to have is like the infrared therapy. And ultimately, it's my goal to get an infrared sauna in my house, but at this point, I don't have one yet. And I love infrared saunas. I go to a place called Restore to go to the sauna, usually a couple times a month. But in the meantime, on a daily basis, I like to use two different devices. And one of them is this infrared lamp that you can just shine directly on your neck and thyroid area or on other parts of your body. And then the other one is this infrared panel right here that I use about 10 minutes a day, usually in the morning. Sometimes I use it at night as well. I have a couple of other videos that I can link below that talk about more details about infrared therapy, why it's helpful, why you want to do it, that kind of thing. But having these have literally been life-changing. I used to have a lot of pain that would shoot from out of my neck and thyroid area, and I don't have that problem anymore since I got these infrared devices. So really, really been helpful a lot. Then the other thing that I also find to be really, really important is I have this Dr. Weston Child's T3 conversion booster thyroid support formula. And I have to say that this actually is more helpful to me than my thyroid medication. My doctor still has me taking the medication, so I still take it. But if I try to go a day without taking this supplement, even if I've had the medication, I really feel off and just don't feel very good. And when they were running my thyroid labs before I started taking this, my thyroid levels in a lot of ways were never normal. My T3 and T4 weren't until I started taking this, and they became normal when I took this. Now, this has not impacted my thyroid antibodies at all, but that's a different story. Okay, then another favorite thing that I have for helping with Hashimoto's and tracking my health, that kind of thing, is this Aura Ring that you can see. And I actually did a whole separate video and podcast episode on the Aura Ring that I'll link below if you want more details. But it's basically just a fitness tracker that you can have in place of a watch, which I personally don't really even wear watches. And it also comes with a really good app, so you can see it has different stats like there about my sleep, things about steps, activity, and actually has its own meditations built into the app and other things like that. So that's definitely a favorite thing. Then I have a couple of food and diet related items that I wanted to include on here because they are really part of my favorite things, Hashimoto's edition. So one thing is this Chalk Zero Dark Chocolate. This is a keto chocolate that's low carb, gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, has sweetener, but it's not actual sugar. And one little piece like this is really satisfying, so I really like to have some of this around to help avoid my eating, some of the other chocolates that just are not as good for you. And then I also have this cookbook from Living on a Dime called the Dining on a Dime Cookbook Gluten-Free, Dairy-Free Edition. And their cookbooks are all really, really good, so I will link them below. They have some really good videos on their YouTube channel, blog, that kind of thing. But yeah, like I said, this is a gluten-free, dairy-free one, and since I am gluten-free, dairy-free, and you can debate it all you want, but really, if you have thyroid issues and Hashimoto's, you really should be gluten-free, dairy-free. So this cookbook is really good and has recipes that are really economical as well to help you save money, so you don't spend a ton of money at the grocery store either. So that's really, really helpful. And yeah, so that concludes this video. These are some of my favorite things, Hashimoto's edition. Obviously, there are other things that I really enjoy doing and having, but these are just some of the best things that I feel like are really, really helpful if you have Hashimoto's. If you have a favorite thing that I didn't include, please feel free to go ahead and comment it below. Or if you have a favorite among the things that I did include, you can go ahead and comment there as well. Also would appreciate it if you'd like this video, share it with people, subscribe to the channel if you'd like to continue seeing more videos with helpful hints and tips for healing from Hashimoto's and autoimmune. Take care and have a great day.